Thank you. I'm Marta Flisser, and I belong to the Mexican Jewish community. My mother tongue is not English, and if there's translation, I commend the translators for their magnificent work. I know what it is because I'm a professional translator myself. Now, I'll go straight to the point because I don't have the knowledge and the wise ideas that all of you have. I'm a simple, very, very happy volunteer when I'm not working and when I don't take care of my family. And I believe that two things are basic to start with philanthropy, at least in Mexico. One, you have to love to help and to give. And second, you should love money and you should love to ask for money. That's basic. And if those two elements are achieved, the McBeat is great. Now, answering your question, Moody, and I thank you for inviting me. I don't think I belong to this magnificent table, but anyway, I'm very happy to be here because I will learn a lot from all the gentlemen. You ask if there's a difference, and I say there's a big difference, at least in Mexico. The difference is that the older donors, or the donors my age, middle age, yeah, come from the first or second generation of the Holocaust, and that makes a big difference. They see Israel as a rescue. They have, in many countries of the world, been living, and they come to Mexico, they're well off, they're okay, but they're always with the fear that there might be another big turmoil or a big problem. And they feel happy because with the law of return, they feel safe. They can come to Israel, and the main thing, the leitmotif, the raison d'etre of their life is to help Israel. Now, if you tell me about the younger people, we have a magnificent community. Magnificent, generous, active, positive, and I do believe that it's a very happy community. And the young have another context. They are interested in higher technology, high tech, water, agriculture, progress, and they don't see Israel as a rescue place. They rather see Israel as a feather of the hat. They are proud of Israel, and they feel like partners. And on the other hand, the idealism has been lost a little bit. But then they feel partners. We approach them, and we have very good PR relationships coming from Israel to the people of Mexico, the young people of the Jewish community. And we give them a challenge. We'll tell them, there are many rich people in Israel, and that's great. We love that. We really love it. But then there are lower classes, which we have to help, and which we have to work with. And we can do it in 50 or 60 years, but with your support, with your partnership, we can do it tomorrow. And that tomorrow enthusiasms them, and they do work a lot. And we tell them what we can do in 60 years can be done now with your young and active support. Now it is your time. It is your moment to help. And in Mexico, don't remember that there are 4 factors. One is that there's a lot of people give to people, not to causes. That's very important, because if you ask them, many a times they will say no, but the second time they will say yes if somebody convinces them more. And then the other thing is that Mexico has certain limitations, to put it in a nice way. It's not totally legal. And second, there's no tax deductible donations. And third, on the positive side, the community is totally controlling what you give. Let's say if I want to get married, first they check the Keren Hayesod donation, and if it's okay, they will give you all the support and the permits and all of what has to do, and the same thing happens when you die. If you want to be buried, they check what's your condition, if you comply with Keren Hayesod, and that's something magnificent and unique in any other places except Mexico. So that you should bear in mind. Now, we have a very large community donation-wise. They're so generous. I love them. It's a magnificent community. But we're only 45,000 people, only. And we're divided. We're divided into 4 areas. The people that come from the Aleppo area, the people that come from Damascus, the people that come from the Sephardic world, and the Ashkenazi world. The Ashkenazi world has a lower profile, and they donate freely, they donate happily because they feel that's what they have to do, and many a times they donate even for their children. The Sephardic world is a poor community that helps their own people. And the people that come from Aleppo and from Damascus, they love to give. They're so generous, but they are very generous in their own communities. And when it has to do with Keren Hayesod, they love projects. They love plaques, and they love testimonies that they donated the money, opposite to the Ashkenazi that don't care about that. So, I'm telling the truth. I hope I can go back to Mexico freely and happily with my husband and my daughter. And just to tell you the end of this is, for us, the change is now we have great leadership. Here's Moody. Great leadership, great organization, decisive workers that know what to do, when to do it, and when not to do it, and then very good donors, magnificent donors. And one thing that we request everybody is they shouldn't go to Mexico and tell that they don't need us anymore. We are needed, and we feel we're needed, and it's our link to be more Jewish and more near to Israel. Thank you.